Let's now talk about that once the application's been processed, the tenant has been approved, the next stage between the tenant fully moving in, let's talk about how we can get virtual assistants involved in that process. So Michael, typically the application's now been approved. What would be the next step that a virtual assistant can be competently involved with, taking away the workload and the mundane nuts and bolts work that a local office worker currently does?
Yeah, so I think the continuation here is, so once an application's approved, so we send it off to our client, they say, yes, this application's approved, and they would normally have a template email saying this is the approved negotiated rent, these are the lease terms, this is any special conditions. We would then take that information and just put that into the lease, whatever the conditions are, the terms, and that we clarify the particulars from the application. We would then put that onto DocuSign or whatever platform the agency is using to get that signed. Now, we also would enter the application details into the property portal. So Property Tree, Property Me, whoever it is, we enter all that information in there. We make sure we enter the bond, the rent, making sure that whichever state or agency that it's, either monthly, weekly, bi-monthly, whatever the rent calculation is. We fill in all those particulars. We make sure all the application supporting documents are saved on file, also on the portal, so that there's quick reference for the agent. They can see the application and the lease and everything. We also set up the banking information. So, for us, we would have our bank number as the tenant ID, so that when tenants made their payment, they use that number, our bank would link up to their profile immediately.
Again, a reminder, everybody, this is not Michael doing the work. This is virtual assistants doing this work.